How's it going, guys? My name is Graeme. Welcome back to HorrorVale. We're playing through the demo, which consists of Act 1. One thing I had to laugh about as someone who's done playthroughs of a neutral run of Undertale, a playthrough of Deltarune, and then like 2 hours of secrets and references and so on content on Deltarune on this channel, that I didn't catch this reference. People in the comments had pointed out there's like a moment in the last video where I was like, I bet there's a reference here, but I'm not getting it. Puzzles 101, written by some weird guy named after a type of paper. I didn't know that papyrus was a type of paper. I know it as a font. I didn't know this though, so that reference was just over my head. It's definitely a little shout out to Toby Fox, Undertale, Papyrus, that whole world. There you have it. It's funny because they just say some weird guy because he is a skeleton. He would like fit in super well in this world. It wouldn't be like the weird creepy skeleton guy who hangs out in a world populated by otherwise normal people, you know? Pile of leaves. You jump in it, but that'd be rude to whoever raked it. How considerate. You don't want to prioritize your own fun? Here lies Scruffy, age 6. That's our dog, isn't it? Did we bury our dog? It's broken. Yeah, you can still try to read something. Here lies Alice, age 10. That's us. You remember this one. What a day. Here lies Scruffy, age 3. I was gonna say, have we died more than once? And do you just keep coming back? The text is worn away. So we've buried Scruffy twice. We've been buried twice. I think 10 is recent. I think 10 is our current one. That's super messed up, super funny. It kind of reminds me a little bit of that Chilling Adventures of Sabrina TV show. But Zelda like repeatedly kills Helga and she just comes back, and it's like almost a really poorly conceived prank. It's a fountain of blood. All of HorrorVale is provided with fresh spring blood from the Blood Falls to the east. I want to go for a float down Blood Falls. What a lovely way to spend an afternoon. A prickly bush. Not that scary, but still equally as dangerous. You check the trash can, it is empty. Now we can go our way through... I can't remember the name of the shining hedge maze. Damn it. But that's where we're going to go. We're just going to go hang out around here for now. Go in search of deeply buried hidden goodies. Ring of Magics. I was just expecting to find candy. I'm down for like bonus things. It's the same as we already have, actually. I guess we're just giving a nice thorough boost to our magics. Empty trash can. Who needs to go to like Hogwarts or anything like that? We can just pop a bunch of rings on. I got 10 fingers. I got 10 toes. You could probably squeeze like 3 on each finger. No need to study. I thought I saw someone here playing a flute earlier. Maybe the sound of the generators up north scared them off. Yeah, if you guys can hear the fan in the background, that's not... I mean, scratch that. If you hear a humming in the background, that's just the generators up north. It's nothing to do with a fan that's making it so that me and the computer don't melt in the hot, hot summer heat. This room fan is now officially canon. Man, I'm good at wasting time not progressing in games and just looking at things, but I enjoy it. Skeleton Manor, home of Dr. Redacted. Reminds me of Gaster Redacted stuff. For all your necromancy needs, please pay us a visit. I want to know why he doesn't get to be a part of it. Oh, sarcophaguses, or coffins, I guess, probably more accurately, are places you can save outside your bedroom. It did mention that early in the game. What about this vampire? And this big pile of inconsiderate stuff. Someone just made a heap of boxes and tombstones. Count Orlok. Where did this pile of boxes and gravestones come from? That's almost exactly the sentence that I just said. This wasn't here yesternight. It's like always night, right? There's something like that in the lore. Ah, I see my tax dollars are going to good use then. I can't tell if that was sarcastic or if this guy's just like... Man, I've been waiting years for them to put a pile of boxes and gravestones in the middle of the road. About damn time they got around to it. HorrorVale Central Square. Is this a cat person? I want to talk to the Tom Cat, of course. There's some commotion going on. Everyone's confused and worried. I was asleep when all this started, so frankly I don't care. Okay, tell me more about how much you don't care, Mr. Aloof. Just a regular car, nothing special, except for the fact that it's illegally parked. Ornery officer will be especially ornery about this one. I hope I get to meet ornery officer. What is this? Oh, it's a fountain of a pumpkin. Full of green slime. You don't want to know where it comes from. You might not. I'm mildly curious. A ghost gathering. What do you think, like a gaggle of ghosts? What do you think it would be? A ghoul of ghosts, a haunting of ghosts, a specter of ghosts? Are some of those too obvious? I want to hear your guys' own thoughts on what that would be. Apparently an officer is blocking this path. Oh, probably not ornery officer, though. This sounds more like the work of obstacle officer. Some kind of weirdo uptown causing a lot of havoc. Since when do dead people have to worry about their safety? You can't get past here, apparently. I recommend going somewhere else for a while. Finkelheim has gone too far. Don't look at me, I didn't vote for him. For some reason, we're all standing here as if we can't get by. Everyone forgot ghosts can go through walls, I guess. Why am I here then? I just wanted to fit in, I guess. Trying to get past the road represents the futility of existence. I guess ghosts probably think about that a lot. Come on, man, this sucks. Where did these creepies come from, anyway? Is this ornery? Just regular officer for now, I shouldn't assume. We were just preparing for the Carnival of Lost Souls when all this started. I was looking forward to it, too. Oh, whoa, who's that? Oh... He's just walking around back there. I thought it was like a scripted event of him sliding on out from behind the tent. Bram! Do you hear them? The creatures of the night. What music they make. What kind of music? Smooth jazz? I wish I knew what movie that is a direct quote from. Pre-smooth jazz stuff. That line may have been a little bit of a switch around of the original. I heard you can run with the shift key. Don't ask me what that means. I don't like to think about it. Okay, I had to figure out what that is on gamepad. Good to know. Haggy the Haggy Witch. Did someone lose an undog? One just ran down East Street. Whatever happened to responsible dead pet owners? Is there a stigma around living pet owners, or owners of living pets, perhaps? Only the dead ones are truly responsible? They're focusing on the song. Cool, weird, fascinating assortment of like, character designs going on there. I can't even tell what any of them are, really. What's up down here? Still nothing down here. Sorry, come back in the full game. Yeah, okay, but there is still at least some candies. Don't you worry, I for sure will come back. With a vengeance! Lydia, if you go straight down the road, eventually you'll reach the East Gate. HorrorVale is surrounded by massive walls on all sides with 4 gates in each cardinal direction. I feel like I've heard of another town like that somewhere before. Like every video game town that's ever existed? Is that the joke? Would there be any one particular town? I feel like that's supposed to be like a purposely very broad statement. I moved from South HorrorVale for a better life, but now we've got weird monsters running around. No, I know everyone's a monster. I meant different monsters. How intolerant. Oh, the candy shop. I feel like I started singing a 50 Cent song.
Welcome to the candy shop.
Yeah, so seductive.
Now I'm trying to figure out if this is some weird, altered version of Take Me to the Candy Shop. Lick Me Like a Lollipop. This is the only 2 lines I know. I don't even know if that's the name of the song. I hope so badly that that's what I'm hearing right now, because that is amazing.
So seductive. I take you to the candy shop. I let you lick the lollipop. Go ahead, girl, don't you stop. Keep going till you hit the spot. Whoa!
Jiang! Welcome! Want to browse my wares? Maybe introduce ourselves first. I'm Jiang. I'm but a humble merchant. What do you have? Where are you from? I've traveled from the far-off continent of Yami. I've come to this place to escape the watchful eye of her empress and sell my wares. What do you have? Show me what you got. Cool. Whole heaping lot of nothing. You're very cute. Can I take a bite? I believe, is it Korean or Japanese that has like this version of vampires? I don't know. Do any of those masks look particularly familiar above the counter there? Like more references. This game, in a wonderful way, in the best way possible, seems to have committed really hard to throwing references anywhere and everywhere, so I'm trying to keep an eye out. I like that the citizens seem to just kind of have the ability to free roam. They'll just like randomly choose a direction and move in it, so I keep finding people popping up in different locations. They aren't on like necessarily set paths. It just kind of makes the town feel a little more alive. The Eastern Gate. I'm trying to make conservative use of the sprinting. Zombies! There's zombies out there! Wait a minute, I am a zombie! Oh man, get out there, introduce yourself. Maybe you meet a nice new zombie friend, maybe a lady friend. Why are some animals able to walk on 2 legs and talk while others are pets? I mean, they walk on 4 legs and don't talk. Kind of makes a bit of that distinction, doesn't it? The whole concept makes me uncomfortable. Yeah, it is strange, but it seems like you partially answered that question. I saw one of those creepies on the TV. It had some kind of big smile and a big knife. I'd watch out if I were you. So in a world full of monsters, maybe the creepies are the ones that we're actually going to want to fight, aside from seemingly inanimate objects. Scruffy, what you got going on? Are you doing this to the light? Also, it looks like Frankenstein's bride? Oh. Hi. Don't believe we've met. Oh, I thought it was just gonna be gone again. What the hell is this thing? Skippy! Hi, Skippy. Nice tidy whiteys you got going on there. Oh, Scruffy's still on the team, right? Still taking part? That's wonderful. I'm glad to know that even though you ran away and you're on the... We're like pincher moving this guy. We're coming at him from both sides here. Yeah, now I got you right where I want ya, you dirty bastard. Man, I actually really legitimately wish that I could see enemies' health. I had played a lot of Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass on the channel, and I haven't played it in a while, and I just remembered you could definitely see health bars in that game. And I immediately missed that, because I feel like it plays such a large... Oh, poison is something I would still use against myself. It plays such a significant role in how you plan your attacks and everything. Invigorate one ally and increase their attack? Yeah, sure, invigorate Alice. Get her all hyped up. Get rowdy, get excited about the battle here. Woohoo! Wow, that paralysis lasts an insanely long time. I'm gonna use that again probably as soon as this thing starts moving again. Nope, he was too weak and crappy. That wasn't so bad, I agree, but I kind of wonder if he has like a stage 2. What did I get? 0 candy, thanks for letting me know. I kind of thought that battle might go overly easy since he was a weird, gross little tiny puppet. That he might go a little bit crazy after. Was that not actually Scruffy? I feel like I was tricked. You there, super tall Amazon lady. That's a guard. Is that instead of having the tall, like black fuzzy pillar hats, which I apologize for not knowing what they're called, they used the like Frankenstein's bride hairstyle instead? That's really funny. I'm fairly certain that's where that like hairdo comes from. What's that? My dog. Ah, the undog. Yes, I saw everything. That thing took it away over the wall. Oh. Don't even think about leaving. These gates are closed under strict orders by the mayor. Why? Are you kidding? You haven't heard? How long have you been sleeping? I don't know. Maybe I just woke up from one of my more recent deaths. those tend to take a little while to wake up from. What happened? For the past few days, a few residents have reported strange and unusual monster sightings. However, it's gotten so bad in the last few hours that the outskirts of the town are completely full of them. These strange and unusual monsters, dubbed the creepies by townsfolk, are extremely violent and dangerous. They've been causing chaos all over the valley. Where's the mayor? We need some decisive action. What was his name? Fluterheim? Mayor Finkelheim is in his lab in northern HorrorVale. You'll never convince him to open these gates, though. They're closed until you can find a way to get rid of these creepies for good. Don't worry, a 10-year-old girl is on the mission. The fact that I'm undead will only make me more meant for the job, more dedicated. It'll become my sole purpose is to solve this. Well, I never had the opportunity to use that save spot. It doesn't really seem important anymore since I can just run back to this one. This was further away than I thought it was. I guess it was kind of like equally as far away as the other one. Probably didn't have to backtrack it like that. Oh, all the ghosts cleared out. We were just preparing, yeah, still just preparing for the carnival. That's good. Well, I'm glad you did your job. Someone out there chase them away. Is that a creepy or is that just a monster? What about that cool, like, Edward Cullen, but much cooler looking character? Anthony. This is the second Anthony. There was an Anthony the Ghost, and I very specifically remember that because I predicted that there would be a Tony in that room full of ghosts. I haven't met that many characters, game, and already we're getting duplicates. Well, if it isn't Alice, slacking on your studies. One of our peers informed me that you've been falling behind in element class. Once again, yeah, I just got my rings, man. That's all I need. It falls upon the student council president to right this wrong. Would you like for me to explain it? Might as well. This world is made up of what are called elements. These elements categorize attacks and undead into several groups. The way these elements interact and affect each other, well, learning that will be integral to success in any battle, surely. Listen carefully. As you know, there are 7 elements in total: bone, flesh, blood, nature, electricity, ectoplasm, and sugar. Okay. This is going to be hard to logic out because I can't do like the Pokemon triangle of being like, yeah, fire burns up grass. Grass sucks up water. Water puts out fire. Most of that triangle makes sense. You can fill in the gaps easily enough. It's going to be pretty hard to be like, oh yeah, of course, bone is broken by ectoplasm, but ectoplasm is weak to blood, and if you get too much glucose in your blood, then you're going to be diabetic, and that's no good. There's not a lot of logic to follow here. If you can't tell what sort of creature fall under the bone category, well, I don't know what to tell you. Most creatures fall under flesh. Zombies, ghouls, etc. It's a very umbrella term. Blood refers to creatures of blood, most commonly vampires. Nature is what we'd like to use to refer to the more natural entities, insects, living plants. Ectoplasm refers to any sort of ghost, spirit, poltergeist. You get the picture. Electricity is a newly discovered element. It covers all those monsters created by the mayor. That sounds like he's playing God a little bit. Am I going to have to fight some of them? Get control over your monsters, Mayor. I knew we shouldn't have elected Finkelheim. I knew we shouldn't have. You know, the public servants created from mishmashed pieces and then brought to unlife with lightning. Frankenlings, as they're called. Oh, so like the officer is one of those. Of course, I follow. Sugar would apply to creatures of sugar or candy. You know, like those obnoxious netherlings. That would have been the little imp I think I fought back in the house. These elements don't just apply to undead creatures, but also attacks. When it comes to attacks and abilities, the classifications are much more flexible. As a skeleton, your element is bone. If you hit something normally, you'll find you do bone damage. However, your heal spell falls under the nature category, so it deals different damage. The elements have their own weaknesses and strengths. Oh, I skipped that. You'll find that your regular attack's pretty neutral towards them. However, if you use heal, it'll do great damage to them. This is because creatures of the ectoplasm element are weak to the nature element. Oh, crap, I am going to have to learn this whole thing, aren't I? It all gets rather complicated once we get into the weaknesses and strengths. Here, take this textbook for review. Oh, that is actually very useful. I'll take your advice and look at it later. I'll procrastinate it entirely and then try and, like, Sparks notes it 2 minutes before the test. That's going to be my go-to strategy. I thought I saw someone walking around. There you are. I found you. Wendy. Okay, man, but now this is like a fish monster. Where does Wendy fall in all these categorizations? Flesh? What if the creepies just want to be our friends? People are so quick to judge things they don't know about. Yeah, like you. I don't know what your deal is. You crazy fish person. Tell me more about what your element is. And no, that's not a come on. One of these creepies beat me up. I ran out of HP, so I died. Wake up all the way back home. How annoying. What an inconvenience. Officer Frank. This officer got a real name. Turn around. This path is barred until further notice. A creepy has been spotted in North HorrorVale. This is an incredibly dangerous entity. We don't know anything about it. I need to get by. Oh, if you need to, then that's a different story. Off you go. You would defy authority? Oh, I actually have to fight this guy. I was not prepared for that. I'm kind of curious what that is, like, coming out of his ear or whatever. I like the pumpkin on his helmet. Oh, this is Ornery Officer. Maybe all officers are Ornery Officer. Because a second ago, this guy was Frank. Maybe that's just my nickname. Oh, I can't rely on the dog stunning him. In that case, I guess I'm just gonna have to commit quite a bit to attacks. I evaded a stern lecture. My attack went down. Crap, that's no good. Can I poison him? No, I would only be using it. I could use it against this guy. He's not undead though. I don't think he would count as undead. Or does he? Let's try. Use his heal. He took 54 damage. So he does count as undead, even though he's like electric. He technically is still a not living thing. Can I use heal against myself though? I can't. So it is. I was just confused about that for pretty understandable reasons, I think. That I just assumed that was something reserved for using against myself and my allies or what have you. It's just kind of a whole joke about you heal the undead, you're hurting them. The true winner here is calcium. What did I get? Nothing important. Get out of here. You're fired, I guess. The HorrorVale alleyway. Oh, our first creepy. Nope. He's creepy. He's a creeper. But, yeah, he's not a literal creepy. He's just a salesman. Buy my things. Okay, maybe. Okay, he's slimy. He's slimy salesman trying to grease your wheels and sell you a briefcase full of crap. So again, I think he's a creep, but I don't think he's one of the literal creepies. Unless everyone was just so... What would happen if I actually said yes? I got a thing. And he goes away? What kind of thing did I get? Literally, what did I get? I want to know what thing I got. But I love the idea that this salesman is just so pushy that people were like, no, we're closing off the area. It's not worth it. What is this? Use it on myself? I cannot. I just keep this weird cross-eyed head in my inventory then, and somewhere down the line I hope it'll be of use. I haven't had anything to use money on so far, so I thought it would be maybe a safe bet to go for something random like that. Who's this little minx? Clementine. All trash is my treasure. I don't know how you would make the little V face there, the bracket face, the Northern Fork. Oh crap! Something about it's too late. It's too late, Jimmy. Sorry, excuse me. That guy looked like a pickle man. That guy dropped something. Got odd blueprint. The lab, creepy stay out generator. What the heck is this? Hid very well and confidential. Well, now we kind of know how to maybe gain access. That's probably an electric fence or something there. Better hang on to this. If I run back this way, this guy's not going to be booking it around here, is he? I don't think so. I don't think there's a way to get to that ghost. I'll try to poke around a little bit, but I'm guessing we cannot. Hey, what's your deal, you cool little ragdoll cat? Stitch! this tree? What do you make of it? Secondly, why are you here? Just to suffer? What is the deal with this tree? North Avenue or HorrorVale High? It has a big weird eye on it. Not sure what else to make of it. So, I guess Skull Ball practice is cancelled. I want to play Skull Ball. I want that to be a minigame. What's the world come to? Going to like a Monster High feels very, very much like Monster Prom. So that's kind of funny that exists in game. There had better be at least one Monster Prom reference in Monster High. Although I haven't played it enough to like know all the references, but I'll try to keep an eye out. Curtis, I don't care if anyone else gets hurt. I just hope I don't run into any of those creepies. I heard one was spotted somewhere further north. Well, what do you know? That's exactly where I was planning to head. I feel like I could come back to the Monster High in a minute. I'm just going to go investigate here. I was not expecting to fight a lampshade. The street light emerged. He kind of does have like a flaming fist. Kind of seems like, and he's made of metal. Seems like he could do quite a bit of damage. My guess is he would be like a spirit though. Like he would be a poltergeist or something like that. That this thing is being possessed and occupied by a spirit like that. I'm trying to kind of think of how different enemy types like this will be placed. I dig your hat, Ted. We can't starve, be poisoned, or die of old age. But if your body takes too much damage, it'll fall apart and turn to ash. Apparently, you just wake up in the last place you slept, though. Some bodies don't fall to ash and have to be buried. Must be kind of awkward seeing your own grave. So, don't feel bad if you kill a couple of people. There's just no murder in this society? I guess that's kind of what the implication is there. I should have thought about that. The Boo Boulevard. Ooh, there's some real swaggery looking characters hanging out outside of the inn. I wanted to see if there was a way to get down into here. I want to see what like little Charlie's doing hanging out in the pumpkin patch or whatever. No, I don't actually see a way in. I don't seem to be able to like skirt the fence or anything like that. A selection of delightful plants, some mean, some green, some downright extraterrestrial. Oh, is that a Little Shop of Horrors reference? Yeah, the lyric in the movie is that I'm mean, I'm green, I'm a bad mother from outer space. I had to look it up to confirm. I couldn't entirely remember offhand. Gerald's got a hell of a crew cut going on there. They say this town is one of the oldest in the underworld. At the very least, the clock tower has been here for longer than anyone can remember, though no one has stepped inside for a millennia. Who's winding that? How do you know it keeps good time? Do we base our entire day on this? Whoa! Hey, Klaus! That was aggressive. Alice, lost your dog, eh? Interesting. I suppose you'll be wanting to continue north towards the mayor's lab, though I can't imagine it'll be easy to get in. You're not like the others, Alice. I can tell. You're destined for greatness. Oh, yes. Say, why don't you let me tag along? I can help you find your dog. Dope. Just kidding. I have no interest in running around in your merry little party. I'm glad you considered it, though. I'll win you over yet. Will he always get in my way? No, not even. But he does always walk with his tough guy arms crossed attitude. Oh, you look a little under the weather, dearie. It's a terrible night to have a curse. Castlevania. Like I said, this game is kind of built to be a reference machine. Off to the side, we have the abandoned shack. Yeah, sure, let's poke around here a little bit. There's a generator here. Turn it off. If I turn off the generator, then I can't accuse this of being the thing making the noise anymore, can I? I realized there was more to be done at the shack there, but I need to head back south now for a second. Okay, it's surprising how large this world is becoming and how quickly, because this is more screens to walk through than I was anticipating. This place is Skeleton Manor, eh? Who named it that? Are you the skeleton of Skeleton Manor? I guess I'm one of them. Bet you think you're real clever. I'm gonna start calling my apartment the Ghost Apartment. See that? That's how dumb your house sounds. Well, he does kind of have a point, so I can't even be mad. Man, I forgot that this was all the way back near the house at the very beginning here. I thought I saw someone here playing a flute earlier. Maybe the sound of the generators up north scared them off. Generators. Generators, plural. Damn, I thought I was gonna come back and have like a really cool thing to end an episode on where the flute guy was back. But I guess that lets everyone know that I have it in mind. I'm aware of it. It's something I'm watching out for. So next time I'm going to head back up. We can go play around in that shack. Maybe go to Monster High. I'm imagining there's a few other things to poke around up there. I don't really know how long this Act 1 is overall. So far I'm like super impressed with the amount of content. I've walked across like a crazy amount of stuff. Like, the individual maps and screens I've been to so far is, like, kind of staggering. It's not a very densely built game, which is exciting, because that means there's, like, that much more world to explore and discover and everything like that, which is just so awesome, because I currently could not get enough of this. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you again soon.